the volume. Turn up the volume. You've arrived at the destination for all things Kentucky. This is the Bleed Blue Network Podcast.
Welcome back to the Bleed Blue Network podcast. We are continuing our breakdown of Kentucky football's position groups for the 2024 season. The more I talk to people, the more I'm really excited. No pressure on any of these guys that we're talking to. It's okay. Kyndall's back again. She didn't want to start this episode, though.
No, just taking it slow.
Hey, listen. See, it's the sirens coming back to tell you should have started this episode and to not be such a chicken about it.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, I mean, Cutter's offended. Like, look at him. He is so offended that it's his episode. You did not actually just open it.
Yeah, you didn't want to open it for me.
Sorry.
She did with Brock, though.
I did.
She opened it. How does that just like give you just, all kinds of complexes or something for that she just wouldn't do that for you?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like a stab in the heart.
For everybody not here, that's not exactly how it happened.
For those of you that don't know by now, we're here with Cutter Boley, Kentucky quarterback. How's it going, man?
I'm doing good. How are you all?
Is that the first time you've ever been on a show where somebody just asked you if you got stabbed in the back by a co-host?
First time. Yeah, first time.
Guess what? Nobody's going to beat that. So set the bar high. Man, we're really excited for you to come on here. Obviously, you're a Kentucky guy playing for the University of Kentucky, and we're excited to have you. Just quick, how's that transition from high school to playing, obviously for Kentucky been for you?
Yeah, no, it's been super cool. I got to go in January. I got to go a little early out of high school, which I think made a big difference. I was able to kind of get comfortable in the spring with the playbook and just being in college with the speed, at every position, at D-line, at corner, at linebacker, everybody's just faster all around the field. So getting used to that, and I think being there in the spring and kind of getting used to that pace set me up for to have a comfortable camp, you know what I mean? Kind of not getting thrown, like drinking water from a fire hose is a term they use. And I felt that's kind of how it was when I first got there in the spring, and then I progressed throughout the spring and got more comfortable. And I think now going in the fall, I'm able to have a tack camp in a better way than I was if I would have came in a little later.
Right.
Is it weird that you didn't get to finish your whole senior year in high school though?
No, for sure. Especially being in Lexington, going in high school in Lexington, and all my boys are getting out of school at the same, and I'm I have a 5 o'clock class, and they're out of school at 3. But no, it was super cool. Just being able to be on campus early, and I had already made friends with a lot of guys on the team before I came up here, so it was cool to finally be in the locker room with some guys and all that.
What's that process like from a kid that, is from Kentucky and obviously getting recruited by a lot of big schools and stuff? Does that aspect of, being a fan and things like that of the hometown team really play into it? Or do you have to really kind of take that out of consideration to do, to really think about what might be best for you in your future?
During the recruiting process, I tried to take that out of the equation, but
was it hard?
That didn't work. No. My heart was always here, and my recruiting really, some guys get started super early nowadays, getting offers and stuff, and I didn't get my first offer till after my sophomore season, so it was kind of I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to play basketball, if I wanted to play football, what I wanted to do until kind of after my sophomore football season, but no, it's definitely I grew up a diehard UK football and basketball fan, so that definitely played a big role into it.
Is it weird, knowing all of the history about things to, come back and play here and know, that now falls on you to change or be that next level of what Kentucky football actually is? Is that a really cool thing for you to think about?
Yeah, no, for sure. Being able to just grow up and watch all these guys come through here and play here that are from the state and get them as much love as they've gotten. Guys like Cash Daniels and past years and stuff like that, just how much love they've gotten from the fan base and stuff like that. It's super encouraging. And, I went to high school with Chase Couch, Tim Couch's son. And so being able to have like a role model like that too, someone who's from the state and had so much success here at Kentucky. That's super cool. It's super exciting. It's some footsteps I definitely want to follow in.
What are you most looking forward to for the season now after camp, that first game? What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to running out the tunnel for the first time, to see everybody out there, the stadium packed. I just want to see how it feels in the field, when it's all packed out and everybody's hyped up.
Don't let him lie. He's been playing Grove Street Party in his car, probably like how am I going to run out of the? I see this done so many times. as a Kentucky fan, that's got to be like the cool thing, right? Like you've seen it so much, now you get to actually do it. Yeah, for sure. Knowing the first 3 games are sold out probably doesn't hurt from that perspective, right? Like they're all night games, and let's just be honest, we know how night games in Kentucky are. Everybody's a little bit more awake. We'll just put it that way. Yeah, and it's going to be that way, and especially where 2 of those 3 are against big SEC teams. What's it been like, obviously, for you playing and learning from, a little bit older guys, Brock, Gavin, Bo, playing with guys who have, either been at big schools or seeing significant playing time. How's that helping your development right now?
Yeah, no, I think I'm extremely blessed to be a part of the QB room that I'm involved in with Bo, Brock, and Gavin. Each of those guys have learned more offense. They've forgotten more offense than I've learned. You know what I mean? They've been in so many offenses over the years, and especially Bo. Bo's been in 2 or 3 different offenses, and even when he was here at Kentucky, he had a different coordinator. So, Gavin was a starter at Rutgers. Brock, so much from Munkin, the Georgia offense and stuff like just so much I'm able to learn from those guys, and those guys have poured into me. Like I didn't have to from the jump. They were I was a young guy in the room, and they've been pouring into me, trying to get me ready and trying to get me the best possible player I can be. And I'm so blessed for them being the leaders and the coaches that they are to me, for sure.
So how have you kind of taken what they've poured into you and plan on applying that? What as a kind of a big brother type of stance? Yeah, no, just their field general skills, just being a captain and a commander of the offense and stuff just being in control and being a captain, you know what I mean? More than just being a quarterback. Because everybody at this level, everybody can throw it. Everybody can make plays. You just got to be, how do you lead and how do you control your guys on the field? And I think that's the biggest thing for me coming out of high school that I've taken from Brock and Bo and Gavin and those guys.
Yeah. What's the first thing in practice when you got to play that you did something and you went, damn, this is the SEC, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, no. We had it was the first 2 weeks of spring ball, and we had one of our first installs was this 4 verticals concept, and the 2 seams can bend it in against 2 high, and I tried to and it was actually 1 high, and I tried to look away, look at the other seam and look back and throw the other seam and fit it in there before the safety got there, and a cover 3 look, and it was the speed, you know what I mean?
Closing speed,
the closing speed, how much faster I have to set to that ball to be able to get it there. You know what I mean? Just that I think it was Zion playing safety, but just knowing your spaces, and in high school, the area to throw the ball is definitely a lot bigger than it is in college. Just the speed closes every window, makes it a lot shorter for sure.
Now, so I've seen you throw, and you throw a very, very nice ball. Obviously, I don't think arm strength is the weakness in your game right now. What's kind of the one thing you're focusing on? Obviously, you're not having a ton of pressure to go out there and, throw for 500 yards this year, which is a good thing, because not a lot of freshman quarterbacks in the SEC do amazing. But obviously, you have all the physical talent, in preparing, knowing to be the guy, whether it's next year or the following year. What's kind of those things that you're working on and setting up for yourself right now to make sure that you're in position for that?
Yeah, no, I'm really doing some work on my body right now, trying to gain some weight, put a lot of muscle on, just be more durable in the pocket, be a more durable quarterback. I can make plays with my feet. I'm getting bigger, faster in the weight room. That's been my main focus right now since I've got here. It's just getting bigger and faster, and just my feet, just being quicker, just being as quick as possible. Really, with my feet, I think my arm can compete with a lot of other quarterbacks out there. So I can make the throws. It's just about mentally, really, and getting set to, and having my feet right and getting set to certain throws the way I need to be set to them with my feet, for sure.
It's definitely a different kind of process. You see a lot of guys that have cannons that look like they're in mud, and it's the funniest thing. You see one of the biggest quarterbacks Peyton Manning was not a small dude, and he used to bounce around that pocket like he was like his feet were on fire.
Never stopped moving.
Never. It was almost funny. It looked like my kid when he has to pee, bouncing around all the time. Is that something when you're talking about getting quicker on your feet? Is that something you're talking about that, or just being more on your toes and more quicker?
I think it's just being more on my toes, just kind of not being flat-footed and kind of stuck. Being able to be quick and explosive when you want to make that throw, it's all snappy and it's all together. You don't need some elongated. I did a lot of work coming into my senior year of high school, shortening up my motion. I feel like being a bigger, taller guy, my motion kind of got it was just naturally from playing baseball and stuff when I was younger. I just had elongated motion, and I did a lot of work on. I just shortened and quickened up my motion, and then just kind of get my feet.
Not throwing
that.
it like Tim Tebow.
Exactly. Yeah, Tim did have a big windup, but that was something I really focused on because I knew that'd be a knock on me coming out as a big guy with long arms, that my motion would be long. But I did a lot of work for that, and I feel like just getting my feet to follow up on that for sure.
Do you have an overall goal for yourself, but also the team for going into your first year? And we've talked about this a lot recently, just how we kind of see this team as going pretty far, being pretty impressive, not what people are expecting. So what's your personal goal, and then maybe a goal for the team?
My personal goal is just take it week by week. It's just take it week by week and focus on the game plan that very specific week, and just getting better every week, just competing week in and week out for myself personally, just to make the guys in the room better, to make me better, just try to get better throughout the season. And then as a team, just taking it week by week, playing in the SEC is not no joke, the teams you play. So right. I feel like you should just take it week by week and just focus on the team that week.
As someone who is a Kentucky fan, and you've seen kind of our quarterback room over the last couple of years, what is it like going from obviously being a fan and seeing where that room was at to this year? This is arguably the deepest room I think we've had in a long time. I can't remember where there's four guys where you're like, yeah, we could probably go win a game. We could probably go win a game with any of these four if we have to.
Right.
How's that kind of different knowing that, and what's the vibe, in that room like?
It's awesome. I tell people all the time, I think I'm in the best quarterback room in the country, personality wise, player wise. We're so encouraged. We bounce. We're bouncing.
You have a dude that wears a belt clip for his cell phone, all right?
It's elite. Awesome.
that is definitely not something any other real. I don't know anybody else that does that in the nation.
Me neither. No one can compete.
Is there any chance that Cutter Boley will be wearing a belt clip on for his cell phone?
I might. It's brushing off on me. I might.
How funny would that be if now from this year on, all the Kentucky quarterbacks now wear and just call it the Brock effect or something like that? It'd be pretty funny. We gotta see if we can make that out. That would be Kentucky room. Guys start coming in for recruiting trips and this could be you.
Yeah.
They walk into the OV and they just get handed a phone clip. They have to wear the whole visit.
How does that feel? Do you feel like this is your place for you? Just imagine some dude from South Florida coming up and here's your phone clip. What would end up happening is guys would start wearing it in weird different ways. Probably on a backpack and all this. It would be funny.
It would. That'd be a good idea. We need to start that.
That, or you could just wear a fanny pack or something.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he doesn't wear a fanny pack. Not you,
hey.
Brock.
I might take that over.
That would be. Listen,
that might be my thing.
Just start walking around. You got a fanny pack. You got a belt clip.
Yeah, I don't know what we would do.
I don't know. But maybe give Bo a top hat.
Yeah. You could do that, I guess.
Gavin can have a crossbody. Everybody just be walking around the quarterback room and be like, the fuck is going on with these guys?
I need the top hat. I'm from the birthplace of Abraham Lincoln.
You are tall, so you could.
It's fitting.
Yeah, is that who you're gonna be for Halloween now this year? Do we just spark? spark like some really cool thing. If you see some big guy walking around Lexington in a top hat, that is Cutter Boley. It's not Abraham Lincoln's ghost, guys. Don't worry about it.
I had to grow my beard out a little bit too.
Yeah, well, you that would be really funny if you showed up to Neyland Halloween weekend dressed up like Abraham Lincoln.
I mean, there could be worse things.
I think the whole quarterback room just needs to dress like Brock. Just need the phone clip, we need the vest, the shirt.
Dude, can you get that to happen? Because if you all walk into games, all with I swear to God, I will. Listen, we can make this happen. We'll show up. We'll get Mike. We can get some people to organize this, right? And we'll show up. We'll videotape all you guys walking in.
Right.
And you should definitely listen. You should definitely do it for media day.
Can't know.
You should definitely do it for media day. Just all of you guys walk in on media day on Friday. Exactly just all show up just like him. Yeah. You should do it.
Yeah.
If you probably end up on ESPN. So it'd be great.
For sure.
That would be hilarious.
We cannot release this, and
no, this is for next.
Yeah, this is after. This will be released after media day, so we can maybe like laugh about that this actually happened or not. But this is definitely. These are just great things.
Yeah.
This is what happens with teams that go to playoffs. By the way, these kinds of funny things.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
ESPN's got to have something to talk about. This is just a boring team that wins games, guys. I mean, nobody wants to talk about them. Georgia. Never mind. They're not boring either.
Well,
Jeez, that's a whole nother episode for something else. Getting sidetracked. What's kind of as a Kentucky fan, just going down a whole road here. As a Kentucky fan, what is your favorite Kentucky moment?
Ooh.
As a fan.
Ooh. Something I remember, I don't know why specifically, was when Lynn was playing quarterback and we were on the 1 yard line in the bowl game. I believe it was the 1 or 2.
Oh, it was the 6. Are you talking about in North Carolina against Virginia Tech?
The pop pass.
Are you talking about the game winner to Josh Ali? That was on. We were on the 7, I think.
I knew it was somewhere close.
It was play action.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
and he threw it, and it looked like the ball was never going to land.
Yeah, no, it was like a fake. Was it a fake draw? It was a fake. It was some kind of fake wildcat run with him.
Yeah,
but
and he just turned it, and we're just like, oh my God, he's throwing it.
He literally shot a floater, like he didn't even throw it.
And it's perfect.
Floater. It's
right in the bread basket,
right in the money.
Right.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it looked like that pass was never going to land because you were like. I need oxygen, land. And then it did. And then obviously, we score on the fumble and then everybody mobs every. So that's kind of your.
That's just one I just remembered off the top that was really, I thought the little Will Levis hurdle against Louisville. I think against Louisville specifically, the hurdle. That was super sick.
You got any plans when you get onto the field to, knock a linebacker out like Levis did against LSU, or is that not your thing?
Once I get my physique looking like him,
you're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
You are bigger than him.
I'll put my shoulder down after that. Yeah,
you're bigger than him. So I mean,
yeah. So
dude,
maybe
that was ugly when he did that. I was like, God. And then took 3 guys for a piggyback ride. If he would have scored a touchdown on that would probably have been the #1 play of the week. I mean, that was
it would have been crazy.
So what is it going to be really weird looking up, like seeing your parents and friends and everything in the stands that first time? Like, is that when it's going to really hit you? Like, oh shit,
for sure. Especially like looking where we used to sit for like every game. Me and my buddies used to sit in the same place for every game. I used to come to a kid. My grandpa had season tickets. We used to sit in the same place for every game. So it was just like that. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. Like looking up in the stands and just seeing people that I went to high school with and people that I grew up with and my family. That's gonna be super cool for sure.
I can only imagine. And when you asked him that question about like what are you looking forward to, and I was just like running out of the tunnel. I think everybody just wants to experience that like once, big game, night game. Like it's gonna be crazy the first time, but when that happens when you guys play Georgia, I think it's gonna be when you're just like sitting around, probably feel the stadium shaking a little bit, and that's gonna be.
We were just talking about, getting Waka Flocka for the Georgia game. We think that should happen.
I think that should also happen.
We're gonna send some DMs and see if some people can make this happen.
Work some magic.
He's doing spaces with like anybody right now, which is kind of crazy.
I feel like he needs an up.
You just tell him to come over here and like
you can talk. Just call him up. Really
just call him and just tell him you can come talk crypto to everybody and they'll listen. We won't care, but we'll listen to your crypto pitch and then you can go around on the field, do a la Florida from 21.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. That's awesome.
That game was.
Yeah. We need that.
Have you played the new NCAA 25?
I have.
game?
I don't have a PS5 or like a new Xbox, but like all my buddies that I'm living with have it. So I've been going down there and playing with them. It's like the game's actually like insane. Like,
I do have a funny question for you. There was a dude who's apparently like some YouTuber, and he says he's a Kentucky fan. Oh yeah, this is great. We're gonna do.
The group chat was just.
Oh, this is gonna be great. So this guy, I don't even remember his name, but he starts talking. He's like, he's a Kentucky fan. He's gonna build this, and he goes, Cutter Boley. I don't know if he's a kicker or something, but he's got like good power. We should develop him. And got roasted in the comments. Like, you're a Kentucky fan,
and you don't even know it.
I know. I think that I didn't even get sent the video first. I just got sent like his apology tweet. Somebody just texted me his apology tweet, and I was just like, "Oh, what is going?" And I watched the video; it was hilarious.
Dude, it would have been great if you would have like retweeted it, and you just been like, "I'm coming for your job, Alex."
I know Walker Heimbach, the long snapper, was the first one to send. Walker and Alex were the first ones to send it to me too. It's hilarious.
He's a kicker.
That's fabulous.
Oh, it was so funny.
Oh, dude, the comments were just like, "You're a Kentucky fan," and usually
sure.
like someone was in there was like, be like, "Do you know who Dan Walker is?" Someone just goes and be like, "Barry Brown is as our place kicker is amazing." Like people just started screwing with him about stuff. It was so bad.
Oh,
that was hilarious.
So have you benched Brock and play with yourself, or is it?
No, actually, yeah, I have. I mean, I have.
Well, I mean, duh. Like, why not?
You got to. I say I'm really slow on the game. I'm not that slow in real life. I'm really slow.
Are you okay with your picture compared to what they did to Brock?
I mean, yeah. Compare what they did to Shoe. They did Brock dirty.
Dude,
they look like Luke Combs.
I told him he looked like Fat Jesus.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
The flak jacket they have on me in the game, too, is just...
It just doesn't make sense.
Humongous. I look humongous.
It's so are you trying to do like the read option then, and you're just like, why do I feel like I do feel like it's a little slow sometimes for a quarterback, unless it's like there's like 3 quarterbacks that are really, really fast in that game, and then everybody else it's like, oh, I got past the line of scrimmage, now it's like sprint.
Slide. Slide.
Dead.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's got to be cool though to like all of a sudden go from
cool.
Now you're playing a video game and there's your name on it.
Yeah, I know. I was playing like NCAA 14 up until because I have an Xbox 360.
Dude, you were like 4 when that came out.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I was playing NCAA 14 until like the week that 25 came out, or 24.
Everybody was doing that. Then like all the retirement videos for NCAA 14 have been amazing, right? Like
they're burying it.
I've actually seen that. I've seen like the arms of the angels on, like kind of like people are all out here. Just, oh my gosh! All right, man. Before we let you go, I'm going to ask a question, and Kyndall's going to ask a question. I know what Kyndall's question is going to be because every player is getting asked this. It's going to be really awkward for the guy that actually is getting. It's going to be really weird when he shows up in like an hour. But I've asked this question too many times, so I'm going to ask another one. If you could play a different position on the field, what position would that be?
Edge. I would want an edge rusher.
Oh, that wasn't even thought about it.
No, I'd want to be an edge rusher for sure. For sure.
You think you could call the coach and just one?
I mean, I'd definitely have to change like my
you could
physique. I mean, that mindset a little bit, but
there's a couple teams we play. You could get a rep in. You wouldn't be that bad.
Oh yeah, no. If we're keeping like do I have to keep my same archetype though? Like
no,
my body type, or can I
no.
change?
You can change.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be edge rusher.
So you want to hit people?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh wow, I like this. So your idea of like pile driving a linebacker is definitely in your repertoire of what you want to do when you get on. Yeah. Well. Just remember this show when it's like Cutter Boley missed 2 weeks for a separated shoulder for trying to bum rush one of the top linebackers in the country.
You know what? Maybe it was worth it.
Yeah, maybe.
My nephew played in Florida, and he was, I forget who exactly it was, but it was the top ranked tight end in the state, and he was a big dude. And my nephew just went and hit him as hard as he could, and they just stood each other up. Like he was big, but he wasn't that big, right? He wasn't like 6'5", 240 big. And the coach, and it broke like the screws in his helmet. Like the coach came up and asked him, he goes, "Why would you do that?" And he said, and if you go, seemed like a good idea at the time. He's like, "I would have been on Sports Center if I'd have laid him out."
Yeah, I mean, you got to shoot your shot.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, so I mean, whatever.
Okay, to wrap us up, Who on the team would you never let date your sister? Do you know the answer already?
Has it been a common answer?
There's two. There's two that have been very popular.
I think I know who one of them is. I'm like 95% sure. So I'm not gonna say him. I'm trying to think.
Oh no, you should say the one that is the truest one.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna feel bad if it's not him though. So
well, that's the point of the question. We need to know.
This is tough. This is actually tough. I would say, Maxwell Harrison.
Okay.
That's a first.
That's a first.
That's the first. Yeah, that's a first.
Do you know though who's common answer?
Do you know who's winning? Josh Gaddis.
No way. No way. Josh is winning. That's exactly.
Josh Gaddis is winning by.
Immediate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Immediate answers. Immediate. Yeah. Outside of Robinson, who's just like nobody. Nobody.
So
and nobody.
Brian?
B-Rob was just like nobody. And nobody playing with him.
Stone face.
Yeah, exactly. Literally so
ever. Stone face. There's going to be problems if anybody looks at my sister.
No way. That's hilarious.
Dude, I feel like when he actually, he's on the field, his smack talk has got to be just almost terrifying because he'll probably say it and look just nothing.
And have no emotion.
He's just like, I'm going to kill your quarterback and just look at it like the guy. And the guy's just going to be like, hey, it's going to be like the other guys with like crazy people on the field. It's just going to be amazing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't wait for Josh Gaddis to get in here.
I'm so excited.
My question to him is definitely going to be, so please tell me,
no, I'm really
how do you
excited.
feel? Yeah. And then you're going to ask the question. He's going to get to throw somebody else under the bus. It'll be great. Oh, Cutter, man, we really appreciate you jumping in and taking the time out to chat with us today, man.
Yeah,
good luck in the season.
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man, we can't wait to see you. We'll probably do another one of these with you some other time, and we'll be talking about, hey, how's it feel to be QB1? So keep grinding, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Go Big Blue.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of the Bleed Blue Network podcast. We hope you enjoyed diving deep into the world of Kentucky sports with us. Don't forget to stay connected by following us on Twitter at BleedBNation. Your feedback means the world to us. So take a moment to leave a review. Not only does it help us improve, but it also helps others discover the show. Until next time, keep cheering, keep listening, and keep bleeding blue.